Hello and welcome to a new NBA 2K17 video. So this was requested by someone on my channel, choices to make one, so shout out to him. So we're gonna just do defensive settings. This is an offline game, but it's the same. I'll use the same ones online. So what I usually do is I'll explain a little bit and I'll explain like something you could do different. Anyway, so I usually go on ball pressure tight. I leave that auto, force direction middle. I'll explain it after I go through them. On ball screen, go under, hedge, stay attached. On ball screen, go under, hedge, stay attached. Help and rotation, switch guards. So this just means how on ball pressure is just how tight you're gonna play the guy. If you play smother, you could kind of get beat. You know what I mean? On a drive. Like if you're playing up too far and the other guy's quicker than you, he could go around you. So if you're getting beat, I would put this at moderate to gap. So if somebody's in 5 out, actually, I usually keep it at tight if I'm really having problems guard. Because what I would do if somebody's playing 5 out, I just put my best defender on the court, on the point guard, and then I keep it on tight. But if I'm having problems guarding him, I'd put it on moderate. Force direction. So this is basically like, okay, so if you're facing one way or the other, if you're forcing him towards the baseline or towards the middle, if you've got like good center in the middle that you want to force him towards, then middle is good. If you've got slower defenders or not great defenders, middle is good because you're forcing them all in one area. If you've got really good defenders, like if you've got a Kawhi who you know can take, like if you got a bunch of Kawhis, you can't just have one Kawhi. You know what I mean? If you've got a bunch of good defenders, you can go baseline and, force them to play against the baseline and just, trap them. But I like to go middle because I start James Harden and Melo, T-Mac. They're not that defensive. On ball screen, so it's mainly you can go over or go under. Go under means like, okay, so here's the pick right here. I'm going underneath the screen to stop the drive. If you go over it, you're trying to stop the three-point shot off the screen. And if you switch, then you've got the big guy going on to the little guy in the pick and roll and the little guy guarding the big man. If I rarely do switch, but like I sometimes do it if they're running like a lot of pick and rolls and I'm having trouble stopping it. But usually on go under and hedge stay attached, this just means the big guy's going to stay with the big guy and the little guy's going to stay with the little guy. Basically, I don't have any problems guarding the drive, and I can also, because if you go under, you're protected against the drive. And a lot of people online, they just try to drive off the pick and roll. They don't try to shoot as many threes off the pick. And even if they shoot a three in the pick off the pick and roll, you can kind of get a slight contest on it. I usually leave this as under. I always leave it as under. And I do sometimes honestly give up some threes, but it's never enough to hurt me on the overall scheme of the game because I can contest some of them, and also it's 2K. Like if you're gonna shoot deep threes with a slight contest, he's not gonna you're not gonna get beat like that. That's all I'm saying. And then on ball screen go under. That's just so he can protect the center rolling and stay attached to the center. If I did something else, he would move off the center and it would be harder for him to roll. It'd be easier for the opposing center to roll. Off ball screen, I just leave it on auto. Off ball pressure, another thing is if he's getting like a lot of open threes, I usually put it at tight or deny. You know what I mean? But if you put it on tight and deny, you could get a pass and then the guy can easily go around you. So sometimes if you can put it on moderate, but I usually just leave this on auto. The computer does a good enough job of it. Switch rules, you can do switch all if you have like 5 guys who are roughly the same size, you know what I mean? If you play small, like if you play like DeMarcus Cousins, you know what I mean, at your center, or like one of those centers that could guard 1 through 5, like Draymond Green. If you have Draymond Green at the 4, you could do switch all. But I usually just do switch guard, so my point guard and my shooting guard can switch, and that helps if like I get beat by the point guard, the 2 guard will come over, and the point guard will just go guard the 2 guards, man. Screen help rules. I just put help in no rotation. That means like if if you get beat off the screen, the other, like the 3-man, or if it's a 1-2 screen, like if it's a point guard center screen, the small forward could come in and help. But once he's done helping, once you're back in your regular position, he goes back to his man. And I put help rules help because, you know, you need some help sometimes on D if you get beat. A lot of people like to do no help because, you know, the switching gets all kind of fucked sometimes, but I don't have too much of a problem with it. Anyways, those are my settings. Let me know if you like this video. Please leave a like. Let me actually add one really big tip before we go into defending. So let's say I'm guarding the ball, right? Okay. He wasn't supposed to shoot a fadeaway. Okay. Alright. He'll bring that ball out of bounds. I'll show you. Okay, so if the guy's going left, you don't want to follow him left. Like, okay, let me get my point guard. Let's say I don't want to chase him, right? So I want to beat him to where I think he's gonna be. If he's going right, I'm gonna beat him to the spot that he's planning to go. Right there, right there. See, I'm beating him here. I'm not chasing him. I'm not coming up to him and then chasing him to where he's going. Here, he's setting a pick. I'm going under. He got that 3. He missed. I had a slight contest. That's pretty much all I was saying. So when somebody is going, let's say somebody's dribbling right, you want to beat him to where he's going and not chase him to from where he is. You know what I mean? You want to think 2 steps ahead, and that's pretty much defending in a nutshell. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I can make another defensive tutorial with more defensive, like actual on-ball strategies. Let me know. Please leave a like and subscribe.